Hey friends, PK Patel here again with John Matthews, and we're coming at you again with another awesome strategy on how to draw cash off your newly acquired business credit cards. So, we're going to have some fun today, right, John? We're going
Oh
to show
yeah.
them an awesome strategy. This is a cash advance which gets paid off by a balance transfer. So, everything we learned in the last two videos, we're going to combine it. And this strategy is a little bit pricier, and we're going to go through some examples about a live client that used this particular strategy at the end of the video. But first, let's dive into it. Let's dive into the nuts and bolts on how to execute this properly and uh, draw some cash off your card. So I'll have John start off, and we'll sketch this out so that everybody understands it. Now, if I wanted to execute this strategy, John, what's the first thing I need to do?
Well, you need to locate two credit cards. One credit card, the account that you're going to cash advance. The second credit card, the account you're going to transfer debt to. Now, for the purposes of this video, we're going to say that your first account is a personal credit card, and we'll say that the second account is a business credit card. First account we'll call Bank ABC. The second account we'll reference as Bank XYZ. You could take cash off of a personal card or a business card and then transfer to a business card, but for the purposes of this example, we're going to be assuming the cash is going to be coming off of a personal credit card. So grab the first card, Bank ABC, and then initiate a cash advance. Remember, there's a few ways you can initiate a cash advance from watching the previous video. Pick what's your favorite. But let's say you call the bank ABC and you say, I'd like to do a cash advance. We'll say Bank ABC has a $10,000 limit, so chances are your cash advance limit is probably going to be about $2,000. So let's take a $2,000 cash advance on Bank ABC. Now, Bank ABC holds a $2,000 debt. There's $2,000 cash sitting in your bank account. What do we do now? There's a $2,000 balance on personal card, cash in bank account, and we have a business card with a balance transfer option available. I don't want to pay cash advance interest, so next step would be balance transfer the debt from Bank ABC to the second bank, Bank XYZ.
So we're gonna do a balance transfer. Have Bank XYZ send $2,000 to Bank ABC,
You got it.
and we're gonna do that immediately, right? The same day or the day after this occurs, you want to do this, right? Take $2,000 and have Bank XYZ send it and pay off the cash advance, which is likely going to be at 28% interest. But you're only paying that 28% interest prorated down to a couple days. So it doesn't break the bank, no pun intended.
You got it.
So, all right, I'm following. It's pretty simple so far.
So balance transfers can take 5 to 10 days to clear. Like PK was saying, during that 5 to 10 days, while you're waiting for the balance transfer to clear, you'll be paying some cash advance interest. It'll be minimal since it'll only be 5 to 10 days that you're holding that cash advance balance. So once the balance transfer clears to Bank XYZ, now you'll have a balance of $2,000 on Bank XYZ and a balance of $0 on Bank ABC. Now, when you cash advance Bank ABC, there's going to be a cash advance fee involved. When you balance transfer debt to Bank XYZ, there will be a balance transfer fee involved.
Got it. Okay, so you're going to pay double fees. And let's talk about the fees real quick. Now, there's a lot of money moving around here, and it's very simple. I understand this. You're cash advancing one card and paying it off using a 0% balance transfer offer from another card. The concept is very simple. Now, can we go over the fees a little bit? Because it sounds like there's a lot of feeing going on by these banks. So let's talk about Bank ABC first.
So, when you initiate the cash advance on Bank ABC, you're going to pay a cash advance fee. The fee is going to be applied onto the balance of card ABC. Cash advance fee on Bank ABC is probably going to be 4%. So on a $2,000 cash advance, that's a $80 fee. So you'll get $2,000 cash on hand, but the balance that goes onto Bank ABC's account, the balance is going to be $2,080. So that's $2,000 plus your cash advance fee of $80.
All right. Now, what about Bank XYZ?
When the balance transfer is made to Bank XYZ, Bank XYZ is going to collect their balance transfer fee. Balance transfers are less expensive than cash advances, so you're probably going to see a 2% balance transfer fee when you use Bank XYZ to pay off the balance owed on Bank ABC. So the balance of $2,080 after a 2% fee, that's
$40?
about a fee of $40 that you're going to incur when you transfer the debt to Bank XYZ. So by the time the balance is finished transferring to Bank XYZ, the new balance on Bank XYZ is going to be $2,080 plus $40, the balance transfer fee, equals a new balance of $2,120.
Okay. So
But the balance is at 0% interest now, carried on Bank XYZ.
at 0% interest, right? And that is the beauty of it, is you pay no interest for 6 to 12 months, depending on what XYZ Bank has given you. And more than likely, we set up your XYZ Bank credit card, and if you went through our program. So this is one strategy to draw cash off, and it's expensive. However, John, you've got a live file right now. You have a client right now that used this very strategy to lock down his first investment property, right?
Correct.
So let's talk about that a little bit and kind of give our viewers a little, a little bit of an example on how this strategy is used and how they could utilize it, and kind of get the gears turning a little bit so that they could benefit from the strategy.
So I want to remind everyone again, when you're using the cash advance to balance transfer method, you can cash advance any card, whether it's personal or business, and then balance transfer the debt to one of your business cards. So this example, customer was in Texas and he wanted to buy a duplex. He went through the funding program, and by the time funding process was completed, gentleman had $80,000 worth of business card approvals. The duplex he wanted to buy was $45,000. So to buy the property, what did he do? Cash advance to balance transfer method. This specific customer, he had $75,000 worth of available personal card limits on his personal credit report. He had dug through his personal credit report and he tallied up an inventory of all the personal credit cards that he had had. He called each personal bank to find out his cash advance terms, and had come to find out that between all of his personal cards, he had the ability to initiate $15,000 worth of cash advances at a time between all those personal cards. So this customer went for it. He initiated $15,000 worth of cash advances between his personal credit cards. And for this example, customer had 4% in cash advance fees that he paid for that $15,000 in cash advances. So that's six.
It's Friday evening. I'm not going to try to attempt the math on that.
$600 in cash advance fees.
Okay. You're sharper than I am.
After that cash advance was finished, he immediately, same day, initiated a balance transfer to one of his business credit cards. He incurred a 2% balance transfer fee for that balance transfer, so his balance transfer fee was about $300. So now the client's got $15,000 cash on hand, $0 balance on his personal credit cards that he initiated the cash advances on, and the entire $15,000 balance is carried on his business credit cards, plus his cash advance and balance transfer fees. So now he's got $15,000 cash on hand, $0 balance on his personal cards. What does he do to get more cash? He
does it again.
You got it. Takes another $15,000 cash off of his personal cards, transfers it all to his business cards. Then he does it a third time. Takes another $15,000 cash off of his personal cards via cash advance, and he transfers everything to his business cards. After doing this 3 times, the customer had $45,000 cash on hand. After the cost of balance transfer fees and cash advance fees, It costed him $2,700 in cash advance and balance transfer fees to do this. The balance on his business credit cards was $47,500, but he's got $45,000 cash on hand.
So
And
he could buy this duplex now. Yeah.
at 0% interest.
So the end result was $45,000 at 0% interest for 12 months, right?
Correct.
And now here comes the awesome part. What did he do with that $45,000? Because there was a sweet deal on the table, right? The duplex for $45,000 that he wanted to buy. Did he actually execute on that?
He bought it.
Awesome. And he bought the duplex, and not only that, he bought it, he fixed it up, he rented it out, and he increased the value of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he had 12 months to do this before he starts getting hit with credit card interest. Now, he got the value of it increased because the appraisal came in higher, and he was able to refinance and pay all of that off if he wanted to, right?
Correct.
So with the rents in that area, this $2,700 in fees, he would have gotten that back in 4 or 5 months with this cash flow. Because keep in mind, before he refinances, there's no debt on the property, so he doesn't actually have a mortgage until he takes that refinance out. And now he's got the ability to do this again or pay off his credit card. If he's conservative, he's going to pay off this $45,000 debt before it comes due. If he wants to roll it again, if he's fast enough, and if he's aggressive, heck, he's got the money from the refinance to go get another duplex and build his real estate empire.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So this strategy at the top of the video, I mentioned it is an expensive one. This is probably the most expensive strategy that we have in our arsenal to draw cash off. Yet our clients are still using it and making tons of money in real estate and becoming extremely successful. So it's used for deals when you have sweet deals like this. I mean, it's not recommended if you're conscious about these fees. If you're fee conscious, we have other strategies coming up, and in the next video I'll show you how to save that 4% cash advance fee. So that's all we have for today, guys, but check out the next video. It's going to show you how to get rid of that 4% cash advance fee. You got anything else, Johnny?
We said this already, but what's really nice about all this, the $45,000 cash that he took off of his cards, it's all on his business credit report, doesn't show up on his personal profile. So he's got strong personal scores.
Which helped the refinance subsequently when he got the property value to increase. Now, if he did this with just personal cards, that would have been a sticking point where he'd have 45 grand worth of credit card debt, and he wouldn't be able to get out of that investment and get into a long-term mortgage at 4.5% interest.
Correct.
So, great strategy if you're ready to go and you have a deal that needs funding and you could actually execute this in time. Awesome strategy. Yes, it's high in fees, but it's convenient, and the end result is right here. I mean, we showed you this client's example. If you fit this profile, use the strategy. If not, check out some of the other videos. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
That's it.
Awesome. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.